Hi, Dr. Paul Haider, Master Herbalist and Spiritual Teacher here. Well, I'm going to talk about 30 ways to be extremely healthy and happy too. And this is super important. I mean, healthy and happy goes together. There's no doubt about it. You can't get away from it. If you're grumbling all the time, how can you be healthy? The first thing I recommend is exercise. I have two Olympic-sized rings in my workout area, and I do 100 pull-up crunches. You know what I mean? I pull myself up, and then lift my legs up and do crunches with that. And that's a great workout, and really good for the upper body, also good for the abdomen, and just about everything in the body. It's really great. I put in 8 miles of walking every day. And that is a great thing, not only for the mind, but also the body. And one of the best ways you can get exercise in is swimming and biking and just about any kind of exercising. I have a good friend, he's an Olympic rowing champion, a rowing machine type of thing. Very, very interesting. And this guy's in his 80s, so you can do it. There's no doubt about it. Exercise also not only builds up the body, but also does a great number on the mind and keeping it clean and clear, and is really good for the mind in general. When I go walking, a lot of my worries and things kind of disappear, and it's really good for the back also. Really great. Walking is super important. I recommend at least walking 5 miles a day. If you want to walk 8 like me, great, really good. But also a minimum of 5 miles a day. So I also do 2 miles in the morning with the dogs. We have little dogs, and I go walking early in the morning, and do another 6 miles in the afternoon at the mall because it's really hot here. So I do another few miles in the afternoon and get my miles in. It's 1 mile around the mall, and I do another 6 rounds there. Actually 1.14 miles every round. So it's a great way to get your exercise in. Also, if you want to be able to sleep deeply, which is important for great health, if you don't, take care of your mind, it's not going to work for you, and you're not going to be in extremely good health. And so I recommend meditation. Meditation, I do an hour in the morning, an hour in the evening, especially just about going to bed. And that really is great for clearing the mind. So you get the deep sleep. How can you sleep deeply if you got 10,000 things going on in your head? It's really not possible. I had a man this morning talking about, I have an insomnia and I have anxiety and I have all the stress going on. I said, well, you need to put in the time, Oh, I can't do that. Anybody can do it. We just need to sit down, allow ourselves to concentrate on that, and have a video about that. It's so simple. It's just about disciplining ourselves to put in the time every day. There's 2 ways to learn meditation. You can look that up on YouTube also, and that will put you in the right track. But it's about the practice of meditation, and it's a practice. I've been doing it for over 30 years, and I've just begun. So it's a practice every day, and really works great. Also, move away from that average American diet, which is killing it. There's no doubt about it. Obesity is going crazy in the United States, and I highly recommend you go to www.paulhaider.com, and on the upper right-hand corner, you'll see my diet, and right beside that, recipes. Click on my diet and start going on my diet, and you're going to slim down, you're going to become healthy, you're going to get rid of all those diseases. I just had a lady with sickle cell anemia, and this lady is, a great person, and she's had many sickle cell anemia attacks, and now on my diet and staying on my diet, she's actually in a place where she's not having attacks at all, and she's becoming extremely healthy. So really good, really great. So we got to get away from this average American diet. It's really killing us. There's no doubt about it. Also, taking a lot of antioxidants every day is really important. There's a bunch of different antioxidants here, and capsules and tablets and everything from vitamin C to turmeric to all kinds of different things. So this is important. Also, you find that new studies I just read today, it shows that taking 4 or 5 antioxidants every day together actually improves the ability to keep away disease and help with preventing DNA damage and repairing DNA damage, which leads to disease. So it's really important you take your antioxidants, and as much as possible in food, and good organic food is the way to go, absolutely, positively. Also, another thing I recommend is for great health, that is eating beans every day. Beans are only 4% of Americans eat beans daily, and you find that cultures that eat a lot of beans live to be very old, and some of them over to 100 years old. And you look up life-giving qualities of beans or beans and longevity, and you will see it. Don't take my word for it. I eat a lot of beans, from 12 to 24 ounces daily, especially black beans. The black beans are anti-inflammatory, and especially people with gout. You don't even have to eat the beans, just you drink the water off the beans when you're cooking them, and that helps with gout. I mean, even in Brazil, the food triangle they have there, they have a separate section just for black beans, because they are so healthy and full of antioxidants and really the great fiber, and help with inflammation in general in the body. I highly recommend it. Eat lots of fiber. I had a man that was over 100 years old, and I asked him, what is the one thing that you think is really important that allowed you to become, over 100 years old and looking great? And he said, keep a healthy colon. Eat lots of fiber. So going back to the beans again, eating lots of veggies, that type of thing, super important. And good colon health has to do with lots of different things. And my next topic is eat vegan fermented probiotic foods, because we now know that animal products, I'll get to that in a minute, are not good for us, and we have thousands of articles showing that. And also probiotics. We used to eat a lot of probiotics in the 15, 16, 17, 1800s. Because in the wintertime, we didn't have fresh fruits and vegetables, so we ate a lot of fermented fruits and vegetables, and really did a great job of building up our probiotics in the wintertime. And then we went to fresh fruits and vegetables, and we had this cycle that went back and forth, and so we had lots of good probiotics, 4 or 5 pounds. Most people these days only have a quarter pound of probiotics in their gut. Really not good. And this has to do with immunity, it has to do with mood, has to do with hormone regulation and everything in our body. So probiotics. I recommend sauerkraut, which has over 200 varieties of good bacteria. Kimchi a little bit, over 400 different varieties of good bacteria, which are really good for the body. And also, like I said, stay away from the animal products. We even have a new movie coming out called The Game Changers, which will come out in September. And this is about a lot of the athletes are moving towards being vegans because it works for them. NFL teams are moving that way. Baseball players are moving that way. Olympic athletes are moving that way. All kinds of people. I think it's really important for us to allow ourselves to change our paradigm. And also, new stuff came out on the BBC saying that we need, as a global society, need to move away from animal products because it's tearing down the world. We can't sustain growing livestock like we are. We got to eat the plants ourselves, and it's good for our health also. We know that, absolutely, positively. So, allow ourselves to find a good, vegan diet, and getting those probiotics in, and taking the chlorella, which I really highly recommend, and taking your B12, and you're good, no doubt about it. Also, have longer meals. You ever notice the French and the Spanish? You sit for 3, 4 hours, maybe even longer, having a long meal, talking with friends, having a good time. We were in Spain. It was interesting. Dinner time starts at about 9 or 10 o'clock in the evening, and it goes till midnight or so, until the last person leaves. And very. I finally got into the cycle of life there, very much more relaxing, and everybody takes a siesta in the afternoon. And we went to this little tiny town in the middle of nowhere, and everything closed up. And that was really interesting. The bigger cities, of course, things are more open, but I think that's really important that we eat and take longer to eat. I think a lot of people will take anywhere from 10 minutes to 15 minutes, and some of them 20 minutes, 30 minutes to eat a meal, and that's really not good. We need to have communion with family and friends, and we really need to take our time when we're eating, and that promotes great health. There's no doubt about it. Absolutely, positively. Also, live a simple life. Do less, yet do more. I think that's really important. I think it's really important that instead of running around like a chicken with our head cut off. Well, we think that, we're going to be accomplishing a lot, but really, if you see people with a relaxed lifestyle, they actually accomplish more because they're more here right now. I think that's really important. A lot of people are not here. They're running, their mind is running 24/7, and they can't seem to be here and now. So try to simplify your life as much as possible. And another thing, let go of the big house as much as possible. Tiny homes are becoming very, very popular, and being out in nature is becoming more and more popular. You see the kids understanding that they don't want all these mortgages like a weight around their neck and pulling them down. They want to have the time and the money, and they also want to have their great health, and they want to have a balanced life so that they can do what they want to do and travel and different things, so they can save money also and help their kids and all kinds of things. So downsizing is super important. I think a lot of people in the United States are so connected to things that we've forgotten about what's important in life. Another thing is let go of what other people say. It's super important. If you let go of what other people say, there's a great amount of peace that comes, and then you become healthier because you're not letting all that stuff make you go into stress. And also having a smaller home, it allows you to have a lot less stress also, and living a simpler life also. So to allow yourself to let go of all this. That people will say everything and anything. So let it go. Let it go over your head, and allow it to, bless them on their way and send them love and life, and allow them to be who they are. And it's really good for you. Take medicinal mushrooms. Medicinal mushrooms are one of these things you can take on a regular basis, and I think maybe not every day, but 2 or 3 times a week, and they really have a lot of good health benefits, and I won't get into all of them because there's so many, and every different one has a plethora of different things that they do. So taking medicinal mushrooms is really good. I also enjoy a bee pollen complex with, bee pollen and propolis and royal jelly. That is something you can take on a regular basis and boost up your athletic performance and your health in general, and you will feel great. I think it's really super important. And laugh all the time. I laugh a lot. I think it's really important. I mean, Norman Cousins laughed his way out of cancer. I mean, every time you laugh, you have a plethora of lots of different chemicals that run through the body, and they prevent disease. And I think that's really important. If you're not laughing, it's really important that you start laughing. And I think that's something you need to do to be extremely healthy. Also, take time for God. You know what I mean? Many studies shows that those who have a spiritual practice and rituals, they live longer and they are happier. So there's thousands of studies like that. So this is important. And also this makes you connect with other people also, and that's important. Do some lifting of weights. That's important. I mean, if you are not going to be extremely healthy if you don't lift weights, and I lift weights every single day. If you want to, you know, look like a couch potato, that's fine. That's up to you, but I don't. Absolutely, positively. I want to look good and feel good. And as you build muscle, you start feeling good about yourself. And also, you changes your body from the inside out. And you have a cascade of different chemicals that move through your body and actually change your metabolism also. You start burning more calories. Muscle burns more calories than fat. So really good. And you stay away from osteoporosis. Absolutely, positively. It's really important to do that. Let go of your bad habits. Everybody knows what their bad habits are. They're absolutely. We know deep down inside what they are. So it's important to allow ourselves to let go of those bad habits. I know a kid that just lately he let go of a drug habit. And now he's on a new life and a spiritual life, and it has changed him deeply. And now he's doing his own music, so it's really great. You can do it too. Also, check your attitude. If you're grumbling all the time and see life as, a terrible thing, there's no way, absolutely no way, you're going to be extremely healthy. You got to look at everything from the point of view that things are going to work out, and some way this is going to be a good thing. And if you can do that, you're going to be extremely healthy. Be like a kid. I think that's really important. Little kids can sit down and play with a couple of rocks and dirt and be happy. We have all kinds of stuff and we're not happy. Take a couple notes from your kids, you know what I mean? And also, and kids that are getting outside, I think that's important because if we, get them locked up and they are looking at screens all day, they're not happy and they're not getting exercise, and that's important too. Also, decide in your own mind that you're going to have more energy than your grandkids. My wife's kids can't keep up with me. They're all grown people, but there's no way any of them can keep up with me. There's no doubt about it. I have more energy. I walk those 8 miles a day. I work out with the weights. Do the 100 crunches, the 100 push-ups, the 100 pull-up crunches, all kinds of different stuff every day. And my grandkids in general can't keep up with that. So you can decide to do that also and be extremely healthy. Stay away from the sweets and the baked goods. That sugar is a cancer-growing agent, so that is not good. Stay away from that in general. Get out somewhere that's beautiful. Eating out in gardens, getting out in nature. It uplifts the soul, and we have a cascade of chemicals that come out, and they start to heal us from the inside out. So this is super important also. Take time to help others, and that helps yourself. You know what I mean? Every time we help somebody, there's a cascade of another more chemicals and healing energy that comes out of us, all kinds of plethora of hormones that come out, and we feel uplifted, and in general, we become healthier. So help other people. Eat fresh and eat organic. The average potato, which is not organic, has 32 chemicals in it. Other veggies have up to 40 to 50 chemicals in it. Not good. You got to eat organic. And even in Europe now, they're starting to go organic, call it bio now. And I think it's really, really great. And you can also grow your own. And, connect with organic farmers, and you can get food for very inexpensive, organic food for very inexpensive, and they'll deliver right to your door. Eat less. Fasting is important. Live longer the more you fast, and I think that's important. A good friend of mine, he teaches in the college, and he really has come across to the fact that he got really sick, and then he teaches, and he actually went into long time durations of fasting and healed himself. I think that's really important. His name is Jorge Miranda, and he teaches this now. And actually, the college students come down. He said, "Those who haven't eaten breakfast or anything this morning, come down and do some push-ups." And those people do a lot of push-ups. Those who just ate breakfast come down, or just a little while ago come down and try to do push-ups, and they do very little push-ups. And then he gets down and does push-ups because he's been fasting, and he outdoes all of them. Actually, you have more athletic performance if you do some fasting on a regular basis. Stay away from lots of fats. I mean, it's really, studies show it impairs athletic performance, and I think that fats are one of those things. Actually, studies show that they come in and surround each cell and prevent insulin from getting in, and that creates insulin resistance and diabetes and all kinds of things. So I think it's really important that we allow ourselves to keep fats to a minimum. Take turmeric. That's really important. One of the things that keeps away cancer, absolutely, positively. Does a great job every time, and more scientific studies show that that will keep you healthy. Also, eat lots and lots of green leafy vegetables of all kinds. These will do your body good. And the actual photons come into those greens and are released into our body. We know this with scientific studies now. So I think that's super important. Love, and then love some more. People who are filled with love and in caring relationships actually build strong immune systems. And these studies have been done. And learn to love yourself. How can you be healthy if you hate yourself? There's absolutely no way, because you will not do what you need to do to take care of yourself and be happy or healthy. So remember all this, and remember to have a wonderful day. If you want to get a hold of me, my phone number is 831-869-9119. 831-869-9119. My email is drpaulhaider@gmail.com. drpaulhaider@gmail.com. My Skype address is drpaulhaider. If you want to Skype me, you can text me, you can WhatsApp me, you can get a hold of me anyway. Just don't get a hold of me after 8 p.m. because I go to sleep early. I'll get a hold of you in the next day. If you can leave a message on my phone, I'll get back to you. Just leave your phone number, and I'll get back to you, I promise. If you're outside the United States, email me. That's the best way. And if you have a short question, I'll answer it freely and gladly. If you want to do a consultation, I ask for a $65 donation, and we can get you on the right track towards being extremely healthy like me, and looking good and feeling good and having exuberant energy and getting away from all this stuff that you're taking and being on the right track towards health. And one more thing is to remember that I really do love you. Have a great day.